Hello and welcome to Jackson Television's Game of the Week. This is Jackson Liberty versus Jackson Memorial Basketball. I'm Matt Egan, joined by
Kyle Mashura.
We are in for what should be a great game of basketball here this afternoon. Beautiful afternoon. Feels like a spring day, but it is not. But anyway, so starting lineups, we'll start with the Jackson Liberty Lions team. Your starting lineup will be number 23.
Panicu Dupree.
Then number 15, Carl Barth. Number 2, Manny Clay. Number 5, Jake Bosco. Number 24, Jimmy Celentano. And I'll let you get our Memorial starting lineup.
And now we move on to the Jackson Memorial starting lineup, which will be number 5, Ryan Mahala. Number 10, Matt Mahala. Number 2, Nick Colon. Number 12, Billy Parina. And number 42, Sean Sluzak.
There's your starting lineups. Now, we watched a little bit of the JV game earlier. Pretty good game. Memorial had a great defensive game going. I wonder if they're going to do the same with their varsity team. I would imagine so.
I think they will. But if Memorial's varsity team is a lot better than their JV, and Memorial's varsity is a lot worse than their JV, I think Liberty has a chance of winning this.
Well, should be pretty exciting to see how it all plays out. What are your predictions for this game? What do you think we'll see in the first half?
First half, going off of the 2 games I've seen with the Memorial freshmen, Liberty freshmen, and then the Memorial JV against the Liberty JV, I think Liberty will take a strong win in the beginning, and then Memorial will just be behind them and win it.
Yeah, I think there's a good chance that Memorial might win this game, but, you know, anything goes. We'll see how it all plays out here. 8 minutes to start the period, and it should be exciting to watch. Head coach for Jackson Liberty, I'll let you get it.
The head coach is Mike Antonucci.
And I was going to read off Memorial's head coach, but unfortunately we don't have it written down.
Nope.
Anyway, looks like the team's just talking amongst themselves for a brief moment, discussing how they want to approach this game, and we'll get underway here shortly.
Teams take the court, getting ready for the face-off, or would it be the throw-up?
There you go.
Memorial
got
wins it.
And jump ball.
Jump ball
would be the term you're looking for. And Jackson Memorial has the ball, and they are trying to make something happen very early on. Will they get the first score of the game? That is going to be the question. They're passing around right now, looking for an opening. That's Memorial's number 12, passing it to the number 10. Do they get it in? No, they do not. Jimmy Celentano with the block, passes it to Manny Clay. Clay going down the court. Celentano looked for an opening, not able to find it. He'll go to Jake Bosco. Almost goes in. Celentano gets it back. Bosco passes it to Clay. Clay's going to hold on to it for just a moment, trying to see if he has an opening. Looks like Bosco's got it again. Passes off to Carl Barth. Manny Clay looking now to see what he wants to do with that ball. And he can't quite get that opening. And it goes out. Great job by the Liberty side of things. A little bit of a passing game for them. They almost had a chance to make it in. Unfortunately, just overshot it a little bit.
Definitely. Jim Mahala gets the ball, passes it to number 42, which is Sean Sluzak. Sean Sluzak going, passes it to number 12.
Oh, look at that. Great defense. Oh, they're on the ground.
And that's enough for 3.
That was, I believe, what the number 2 player, Nick Cohen, that got that.
Scores now 3-0 Memorial.
Jake Bosco with the ball, passes it off to the 15 of Carl Barth. I tell you what, this is an intense game already, and we've just started. And Memorial with another three-point play. How about that? 6-0 Memorial. Manny Clay passed it off to the 15 there. Jake Bosco now has it, and he'll pass it to Clay. Clay trying to get it in. Does it go in? Yes, it does.
6-2.
Two-point play for Jackson Liberty High School, bringing your score to 6-2. 5 minutes, 39 seconds, and counting
Nick
down
Holland
in your first period.
passes it to number 5. Number 10 takes a shot for 3 points, and it's good.
Jackson Memorial.
2 points.
Jackson Memorial racking up those numbers very quickly, very early on here. Manny Clay now with the ball. Manny Clay passes it to Jake Bosco. Jake Bosco looks for the opening, passes it to Barth. Barth goes back to Clay. Clay tries to go for it, and it does not work out.
Number 42 passes it to number 10 of Matt Mahala.
Mahala tried to get it in. It did not go in. So as we watch this unfold here, I tell you what, it has been intense in the first 3 minutes. Manny Clay with the ball right now. Goes back to Jake Bosco. Bosco tries to set it in, and it almost went in.
Number 5 passes it to number 42 of Sean Sluzak. Sluzak passes it to number 12. 12 misses. Sluzak makes it in for 2. Score is now 10-2 Memorial.
Jackson Memorial doing a great job putting numbers up very quickly. Manny Clay trying to get something in, and he passed it off to number 3 there on the Liberty side of things. That was Bryce Bailey. And Liberty with a 2-point play. I didn't see who got it in.
Number 2 of Nick Holland passes it. Nick Holland passes it to Sluzak.
Oh.
Sluzak is down.
Jimmy Celentano and the 42 of, you said Suzak there.
Sluzak, Sean Sluzak.
Sean Suzak, they hit each other, so it'll be a foul on Liberty.
I don't have to the number 5 of Ryan Mahala. Mahala passes it to number 10. Number 10 is Matt Mahala. Matt Mahala shoots it, doesn't quite make it.
Good block there by Bryce Bailey. Bryce Bailey trying to go down the court with it. And Manny Clay, can he get it in? Almost. Picked right
The
out
number 10
there.
of Matt Mahala brings it back down to the court, tries to shoot, misses it.
On the ground went Jake Bosco. I believe that was Mahala that knocked him onto the ground potentially. Bryce Bailey passes it off to Jimmy Celentano. Celentano trying to think about what he wants to do with that ball. He can't hold on
Number
to it.
42 of Sean Sluzak.
Can't hold on to it for too long. He'll get rushed like that. Manny Clay's got it now, and he's going to have to think about what he wants to do here, and he'll pass it off to, I think that was the 15 of Carl Barth. Clay's got it, and down on the bottom of the court. That was the number 2 Memorial player, Nick Colin.
Sean looks like a timeout call. Players will meet with their coaches and discuss the plan, I guess.
Yeah, and you know, Liberty's been playing a very good game. They seem to be in sync with each other, particularly when they're trying to get it into the net, but unfortunately not able to actually get it in there and score a basket, unfortunately. Memorial's got a great defensive game going, I will say that.
From what I see, the Liberty kids are playing way better than the JV kids from the Liberty side. They're definitely more aggressive, and they're definitely more in sync.
3 minutes and 8 seconds remain in the first period. Score is 4-10. Memorial running away with it right now with 10. Each team has 1 foul to their name at the moment, so it's not too bad as that goes. Tim Duffy has been brought in on the Liberty side of things. and that is number 22. And it looks like Celentano tried to get it in there. He almost made a basket.
Celentano going for a foul shot.
Yep, after Memorial got his foul. So he'll have 2 attempts here. So he could get a total of 2 points and start to narrow that gap of the differential. Jimmy Celentano trying to make something happen. There's number 1, and it's good.
Foul shots are a great way for any team to put some points on the board.
Yeah, that is for sure. He'll have another chance here. Make 2 foul shots. Foul shot number 2 for Jimmy Celentano, and they're both good. So that brings it to 6 to 10.
Number 5, Ryan Mahala, passes it to the number 2 of Nick Collin. I can't quite get a good shot, but number 14, the number 14 of Caden Brooks makes it in for 3 points.
Yeah, that was a great play there by Memorial. Jimmy Celentano now with the ball, passes it off to the number 3 of Bryce Bailey. Bailey will pass it to the 15 of Barth. And Bosco has it, goes over to Tim Duffy, back to Bosco, back to, I think, Bryce Bailey. Bailey tries to get it in. It will go in, and what a play. But it looks like it will not be counted, but he will get a foul shot attempt. And no, that will count.
So
that
it is
will
now
be
8 to
2
13
points.
with 2 foul shots. Let's see if we can get some points put on the board here.
So he'll get 2 points, and he will get 2 foul shot attempts, it looks like.
Like I said, foul shots are a great way to put any points onto the board.
No, 2, I believe. So 2 foul shots and 2 points. So he could walk away here with potentially 4 points. Or no, it was 1 foul shot, and it did not go in, unfortunately.
Nah.
But hey, still had the 2-point play, and there's another 2-point play.
2-point gap, closed up to bring them down by 3. They are 3 points away from tying it all up here.
Jackson Liberty and another foul shot. That will be the number 4 player. Dubem has that attempt now. I think it'll be a one-off attempt here. And it'll be good.
Number 4 of Evanuga is good. And that is 11 and 13, 2 points down. All they have to do is make 1 shot, and they're good.
Yeah, they'll be tied up and getting ready for the third quarter. So Dubem is in as well. So Liberty switch, not afraid to switch
going for the shot,
players.
shoots it, and it's good.
Jackson Memorial doing what they have to do. They knew what they needed. And looks like they'll get a foul shot attempt as well.
We got Sean Sluzak, number 42, getting a foul shot. Let's see what happens here.
Hey, look at the Liberty side of things. Look, trying to do
foul
what they
shot,
could
not good.
Get him not
going down to the other side of the court.
Making some noise on the Liberty side of the crowd. I tell you what, this has been a great game so far. Now, one thing I've noticed, and I want to point this out, the Liberty coach does not seem to be afraid. Liberty coach does not seem to be afraid to swap out players if he needs to.
There is a foul on that play. There's a Memorial foul for what seemed to be holding up the wrist.
So that will be Carl Barth throwing it into Manny Clay to put that back into play. But what do you think about that, with the Liberty coach not being afraid to swap players out if he needs to?
I think that can be definitely good, because if you feel confident with the players you have and you just keep trading out, you have good players there too.
And a good score there by Dubem getting that in. That'll bring it to 13 to 15. Liberty down by 2.
Sean Sluzak with the ball. Pass it to the number 14 of Carden Brooks. Sluzak going for the shot. Sluzak's in for the shot, passes it to number 12. The number 12 of Billy Petrina makes it in, and it's good for
Manny
2.
Clay with the ball right now, and that Manny Clay has the ball right now. He's got to think about who he wants to pass it to. Looks like it went to Bryce Bailey. Bryce Bailey passes it off to Barth, and Clay's got it. Does he shoot it in? No, he passes it to Tim Duffy. Tim Duffy to Barth, and Barth to Bailey. Bailey passes it back to Manny Clay. Now Manny Clay trying to figure out what he wants to do. He goes for it, and number 42 snatched it right out of the air.
Number 42, Sluzak, passes it to, I can't see their number, passes it to number 12. Number 12 of Petrina makes the shot. It's not good. Brooks tries to make the
And
shot,
that'll
but
be
misses.
the period right there. Score will be 18-13. Jackson Liberty High School trails, not by much.
Going back to the trading out players, I think if you have a good lineup of players and you're not afraid to trade out because you feel confident with the players you have on the bench, you can have players getting their energy back, getting rested, getting water, getting ready to be traded back in. So
Yeah.
I think if you keep playing that card, you will have a strong team all the way through this game.
Yeah, you look at the entire Liberty lineup, it is a very strong group of players in that lineup. So to swap them in and out, it seems like it's not hurting them. And it seems to have worked very well for them so far. And we haven't really seen Memorial swap their players. They've kept pretty much the same players in.
They only swapped out one player for Brooks.
Yeah, Liberty rather has made a few changes, but I'm sure they'll continue that out throughout the rest of the game. We'll be getting ready for the second period now. I tell you, this has been a very close scoring game so far, and man, has it been exciting.
This is definitely an exciting game. Liberty is only 5 points shy of tying it all up. I mean, make 2 threes and you are in the lead.
Yeah.
From the JV, Liberty is definitely going in with a more aggressive attitude, but this aggressive is a good tuned aggressive.
Yeah,
and it's definitely putting points on the board. I mean, look at the fouls. Memorial has 5 fouls against Liberty. Liberty only has 2.
Manny Clay's got the ball, and we'll see what he can make of it. And he immediately tries to pass it off to Tim Duffy. Tim Duffy makes a long shot. Dubem recovers the ball. Barth has it back to Clay now. Manny Clay looked for an opening, doesn't find one, and Memorial's defense did a great job there, but Clay got it back, and he passed it out. Unfortunately, no one got it.
Matt Mahala deflected it there. Matt Mahala looking to put the ball back into play with his brother Ryan Mahala.
I tell you what, Memorial's had a great defense this game, and they've
Ryan
had
Mahala
a great
has
offense
the ball.
too.
Passed it back to number 12, back to Ryan. Sluzak now at the ball, passes it to Matt with the number 10, to the number 14, back to the number 5. Sluzak to Matt Mahala. Matt Mahala goes for the shot, misses it.
Looks like that might have been a foul called on Memorial, I believe.
Billy Petrina just did not have enough to get it back into the court.
So this, and Manny Clay's got the ball again. You see, he's had that ball a lot here for the Liberty side of things. He's been doing absolutely phenomenal. Passes off to Bryce Bailey. Jimmy Celentano now has it. Tries to get it to Bailey. Bailey will get it in.
Good for 2.
That'll be a 2-pointer. That brings it to 15. They are down by 2. A 3-point play puts them in, or no, I'm sorry, they're down by 3.
Matt Mahala goes for the shot. Dubem Manuga gets the ball, passes it to
Manny Clay's got it, passes it off to Bryce Bailey. Can Bryce Bailey make another good play? Yes, he can, but it did not go in. Looked like a foul on Memorial there. Bryce Bailey will get a foul shot, and looks like he'll get 2, I believe. So this will be his first one, and this could really help Liberty if he gets them both. Bryce Bailey's first one, and it's in. He'll get one more.
2-point shot, great scoring opportunity for Liberty here.
Liberty will have 17 if Bailey can make this. And no, he cannot, unfortunately. That brings it to 16. Manny Clay now with the ball. Manny Clay's trying to make something happen. Puts it to Dubem, and oh!
That was a hard hit on the head for Dubem Ebenuga.
Yeah, looked like his head hit first, but he got right back up, and he's still playing, so. Man, hopefully he's okay, but that looked like a very hard hit for Dubem.
Ryan Mahala gets the ball, brings it back into Memorial's end of the court. Pass it to his brother. Now it's on to Ryan Mahala now. Passes it to Matt Mahala. Matt Mahala passes it to number 12. Can't really see what's going on. Sure.
Number 12 with the ball.
Passes it to Ryan Mahala, Matt Mahala. Number Sluzak passes it to 12. 42, which is Sluzak, passes it to
Manny
number 23.
Dubem had that there.
Gets the ball.
Manny Clay's got it back. Manny Clay trying to make something happen here, and does it go in? Yes, it does. How about that? 18-18. We're all tied up. 5 minutes 23 seconds left in the second period. I tell you what, Memorial might just be feeling a little bit of that pressure right about now.
I think so, because it's all tied up. Liberty's going in very aggressive with the Memorial kids.
Well, don't forget, after this period, there's still a whole second half of this game to play.
Definitely.
But, man, has this been amazing.
Sluzak goes, misses the shot.
Oh, Jimmy Celentano down on the ground. I think Sluzak hit the ground as well.
Number 12 of Billy Petrina. Passes it to number 10 of Ryan Mahala.
Man, I tell you what, this has been an amazing game so far. 4 minutes, 51 seconds remaining, and it looks like they will get a foul shot attempt. They'll
The
get
number 10 of Matt Mahala going for a foul shot. 2 foul shots. Misses the first one. Still's got one more.
You can see the Liberty fans are stamping their feet, so it's shaking our camera around.
This is the second foul shot.
He'll miss both of his foul shots. That'll keep the score all tied up. Jackson Liberty, for the first time this afternoon, will have an attempt to take the lead. Celentano passes it off to Barth, but Memorial gets that ball back. Number 5 marching it down
Ryan
the field.
Mahala passes it to his brother, Matt Mahala. Matt Mahala misses the shot.
Manny Clay's got it, bringing it back down the court. Oh, and the ball goes uncontrolled.
Ball, last touch by a Memorial player, goes out of the court into Liberty's hands, into their end of the court.
Yep. Man, I tell you, it is all tied up. Liberty's got a chance. Number 23 there.
Liberty takes lead with 20-18. Liberty.
That was Dupree that got that in. And Jackson Liberty now has their lead the first time this afternoon, 20-18.
Ryan Mahala has the ball. Passes it to number 42 of Sean Sluzak. Sluzak passes it back to Ryan Mahala. To the number 12 of Billy Petrina. Back to Liberty.
Clay's got it, and he'll go to Bryce Bailey. Bryce Bailey gets it.
And it's good for 2.
Jackson Liberty, 22-18. They are starting to pull away, not by much, mind you. but starting to pull away nonetheless.
Definitely.
I tell you what.
Billy Petrina has the ball, passes it back to number 42, Sean Sluzak. They make it in. It is 22
they
to
are
20.
Still down
Liberty.
by 2. And I tell you what, you can hear the crowd. It is the energy here is up to 110. I mean, I tell you, everyone here is amped up. The players, the fans. This is an exciting game. Bryce Bailey trying to make something happen. Will it go in? No, it will not.
Number 12 of Billy Petrina brings it back down to Memorial's corner. Robbed by Liberty.
Barely gets it.
Liberty's good
yes,
for 2. It is 24 to 20. Liberty in the lead by 4.
I tell you what, this is, I mean, Memorial has got to do something here. That they are letting Liberty start to pull away, and you can hear the Liberty.
There's about 2.5 minutes into the second period. Number 5 of Ryan Mahala has the ball, tries to make the 3, misses the shot, turns over to Liberty.
Clay's got it, going back down the court. Passes it off to Bryce Bailey, back to Barth. And the ball went uncontrolled for a minute. And they'll take a brief timeout. I tell you what, this is the first time this afternoon Liberty's had the lead. And they are starting to make something happen with that lead. Memorial has, obviously Memorial's still got a lot of time to do stuff. And their coach is probably talking about how they want to plan their defensive. Because they got to stop Liberty from scoring. That's the big thing. Liberty has been able to put numbers up on that board, and they're able to do it very, very quickly.
Definitely. There's about 2 minutes, 8 seconds left in the second quarter. Almost halftime here. The energy is just...
It's electrifying.
Exactly.
I mean, you can hear
Liberty up by 4.
You can hear it from the fans. You can hear it from literally everyone around. Everyone is amped up. I know I already said that, but I mean, you know, you can feel it.
Both teams still in the timeout. Liberty break out of the timeout first.
Yeah, it looks
back onto the court.
Doesn't look like, did they switch over now? I think they might have. They brought in, I think they brought Jake Bosco back in.
Memorial really doesn't have any change to their roster. I don't know if that's going to affect them here with 2 minutes left in the second period.
It looks like they might have taken Manny Clay out and put Bosco back in. I believe that's what the change they made. So Bryce Bailey with the ball now. Passes it off to Bosco. Bosco back to Dupree, and now Jimmy Celentano. Now to Barth. Barth shoots it in. It doesn't go.
Number 5 of Ryan Mahala brings it back into the Memorial Court, passes it to his brothers Matt Mahala. Matt Mahala passes it to Billy Petrina. Sean Sluzak makes a shot,
Jimmy
misses.
Celentano's got it. Great defense by Sel. Bailey's got it now. Bryce Bailey trying to make something happen, passes it off to Jake Bosco. Jake Bosco gives it to Barth. Barth to Bailey. Bailey ponders on it for a moment. Gives it back to Bosco. Jake Bosco's got to do something here, and does he pass it? No, he tries to shoot it in. It doesn't go.
Matt Mahala brings the ball back into the Memorial corner, passes it to his brother Ryan. Ryan passes it to the number 12 of Billy Petrina. Billy Petrina loses control, passes it to Liberty players.
Bryce Bailey has got the ball. 50 seconds and counting down. They could really run out the clock if they want to. Barth has got it, passes it off to Bosco. Jake Bosco trying to make something happen. Will he make something happen? That's going to be the question. Barth has got it. Can he get it in? Yes, no. Answer going to be no on that one. But Dupree's got it. Goes back to Barth. Barth to Bailey. Bryce Bailey's got to do something in about 20 seconds. Looks like he's just holding on to it for a moment, trying to think about what he wanted to do. Gives it back to Jake Bosco. Now Jake Bosco has to think about it. Doesn't have a lot of time to think about it with Memorial snatching the ball, trying to snatch it, and Bryce Bailey has it. Bryce Bailey, can he get it in? Yes, he does!
Oh my God!
Yes, he
Liberty
does!
makes it
How
in for 2
about
points.
that?
It is now 26-20 with about 3 seconds in the second quarter.
And he'll get a foul shot too. He'll get one. So it may very well be 27-20.
Liberty up by 6 with 3 seconds left in the
Memorial has had 7
quarter.
fouls so far in this half. And Bryce Bailey, will it go in? No, it will not, unfortunately.
Number 42 of Sloan Sluzak tries to make a half-court shot and completely
I'll tell you what,
misses.
had that gone in, that would have been something. That's going to round out our half, 26-20, Liberty with the lead. And we'll see you after the half.
Here's both Liberty and Memorial dance teams taking over the court.
Ready for the second half of this game. I tell you what, it has been an exciting match. If you're just joining us, man, have you missed probably a very exciting game.
Definitely. This game,
and the second half should prove to be just as exciting.
yes. First half was exciting. The whole room was filled with energy, especially from the Liberty people side.
So as we get ready to set things off,
Number
here we
5
go.
of Ryan Mahala has the ball, passes it to number 12, Billy Petrina. Back to the number 2 is Nick Collin. Nick Collin back out on the court for the Memorial side. Passes it to number 5, Ryan. Back to Ryan. Passes it to Collin.
Yeah, Liberty having pretty
Number
good
5
defense
of Ryan
right
to
now.
Collin. Definitely a lot of passing back from the Memorial side.
See Manny Clay, number 2, back out on the court. And looks like the ball being thrown back into play. And it's back in. They'll try for a three-pointer. It
Number
didn't
10
happen.
of Nat tries
Jake
for the
Bosco's
three-pointer.
got it.
Doesn't
He's going to
do.
try and get it in, and yes, he does. 2-point play for the number 5 of Jake Bosco.
In the early minute of the third quarter, Liberty already has 2 points back up onto the board.
I'm about to say, yeah, we just kicked it off. Bosco with the 2-pointer.
Number 5 of Ryan Mahala passes it to number 2 of Collins. Back to Ryan Mahala, passes it to number 42 of Sluzak, to number 10 of Matt Mahala. Number 40,
trying to
a lot
play
of bouncing
defense.
around.
Jimmy Sell threw the ball away. Bryce Bailey got it, but looks like it'll be thrown back into play. I believe by one of the Memorial players. Looks like number 12.
Number 12, Billy
5.
Petrina passes it to Sluzak. Back to Ryan Mahala. Number 2 of Petrina makes it in for 3.
And that, I believe, would be a 3-point play.
I think it will. We'll see when the points. That's
No,
only
2
a
points.
2-point play, just a little shy off the line.
Yeah, I thought it was outside of the circle, but it looks like he'll have an attempt because it looks like Liberty had a foul called on him.
The number 2 of Nick Collin is going for foul shots.
And you see a Liberty crowd, very energetic.
First one's good.
And it'll be the first and only one. Manny Clay, number 2 with the ball. He'll pass it. Well, will he pass it or will he try and get it from there? It'll be a little bit far to try and pass it in. He'll pass it off to Bryce Bailey, number 3. Passes it to the 24 of Salentano. Salentano off to Clay. Manny Clay back to Salentano. Salentano trying to get it to Jake Bosco. Bosco now has it. He's number 5. Off to the 3 of Bailey. Bailey being covered by the 12. Off to Manny Clay now. Manny Clay has it. Has to think about what he wants to do for a moment. So Manny Clay with the ball, and he gets to Bryce Bailey, gets the ball to Bryce Bailey. Bailey passes off. I think that's Dupree that has it there, and Dupree throws it in. That's number 23, but it did not go in. Liberty still 28-23. So
The number 2 of Nick Collin will put the ball back into play to the number 5 of Ryan Mahala.
5 minutes, 50 seconds remain.
Ryan Mahala has the ball in the Memorial side. Back to Collins of the number 2. Back to Matt Mahala. Collins goes for the shot, gets blocked by Liberty.
Manny Clay, number 2, has the ball, and he's going straight down that court. Dupree shoots it in, and it
Liberty
goes.
puts 2 points onto the board for a score of 30 against 28. Liberty.
That was number 23.
23, my bad.
Of Dupree there with 30-23 now is your score. So Jackson Liberty has got a great system here going. Memorial's got to start picking up those numbers. They got a lot of time left, though, in this game. Still 5 minutes, 30 seconds left in this period, and another 8-minute period to go. So still a lot of time to go. A lot of time for stuff to happen still. But I tell you, Liberty's got something worked out, and they got something very good worked out at that.
Definitely. Memorial can bounce back because they're only 7 points away. There's about 13 minutes of playtime left.
Well, we saw it in the JV game earlier where Liberty was down. They were the team down in that game, and they started picking up numbers towards the end of the 4th period. So by no means is Memorial out of this,
Nope.
especially since this is varsity.
Yeah. The number 5 of Ryan Mahala passes it to the number 2 of Collins. Collins brings it back into the Memorial corner. Collins passes it to Ryan of the number 5. Number 5 passes it to Sluzak of 42. Back to Sluzak. Sluzak goes, tries to shoot it, gets blocked by Liberty players. Number 2 of Collins gets the ball, passes it to number 12 of Patrina.
23 of Dupree tried to knock it out of the hands.
Sluzak tries to make a final shot, but misses.
And it will be put back into play by Jimmy Celentano. Number 24 passes it off to the 2 of Manny Clay. Now it's up to Jackson Liberty to continue putting up a lead. I tell you, Jackson Liberty has been playing a great game. Bryce Bailey, number 3, off to the 24, Celentano. Celentano off to the 5 of Bosco. Bosco loses the ball. Looked like Sluzak able to get it out of his hands.
And number 12 of Billy Petrino tries to save it.
And 4 minutes, 41 seconds left. Manny Clay, number 2, with the ball again. I tell you, man, this has been something else to watch. Memorial's defense, good defense, and the official giving some indication there.
The number 5 of Ryan Mahala passes it to the number 2 of Collins. Collins brings it back into the Memorial and to Petrina, back to Ryan Mahala. Ryan Mahala going for the shot, backs it out a little bit, but not too much. Still aggressive, passes it to the number 14. Number 14 makes it good for 3.
What a
Brooks makes
shot.
it 3-pointer.
That was a great shot there, brings Memorial's score to 26. But Jake Bosco almost got it in there.
The number 10 of Matt Mahala brings it back into the Memorial, and Collins makes it in for 2. It is now 28-30. It is 30-28.
Manny Clay trying to make something happen. Does he make something happen? No, he does not. Memorial gets
the number 10
back.
of Matt Mahala brings it back into the Memorial corner yet again, passing it to the number 14 of Brooks.
Jimmy Sell's got it. Celentano gives it off to Clay. Clay's got it now, number 2. Off to Bryce Bailey. Back to Jake Bosco. Back to Manny Clay.
Let's see if Liberty can make something happen here.
Jake Bosco, number 5, passes it to the number 3 of Bryce Bailey. Oh!
Number 12 of Petrina is on the ground.
Looks like it'll be... Looks like Bryce Bailey will get 2 foul shots, as that'll be the first foul of this period called on Jackson Memorial. And I believe he'll get 2 foul shots here. Bryce Bailey has been successful, pretty successful with his foul shots. The first one will be good. That'll get him to 31, or that'll get Liberty to 31. Will they get to 32? No, they will not.
Number 12 passes it to number 5 of Ryan Mahala. Ryan Mahala brings it into the Memorial corner. Back to the number 12 of Petrina. Petrina has the ball, passes it, holding on to the ball, passes it to the number 5, Ryan Mahala. Liberty too slow to take the turnaround. Ryan Mahala still passes it to the number 14 of Brooks. Brooks passes it to the number 2.
Bosco's got the ball right now, and Bosco's got control. Now Manny Clay, the number 2, has got it. Clay trying to do something with it. Will it go in? No, it will not. Memorial able to stop that.
Matt Mahala brings it back into the Memorial side, going for the shot, and he makes it for 2 points.
So Jackson Memorial High School, 30
Jackson
to
Memorial.
31. And on top of that, they'll have an attempt at a foul shot. This could tie the game up. And you can see our camera shaking there from, the energetic Liberty fans.
The number 10 of Matt Mahala tries to shoot it and misses.
Unfortunate for Matt Mahala there.
Liberty putting the ball back into play. Let's see if they can make something happen.
That'll be Jimmy Salentano, number 24, passes it off to the 3 of Bryce Bailey. And Bryce Bailey passes it off to Jake Bosco, number 5. Jake Bosco trying to figure out what he wants to do with it. He passed it off to pretty much out to the middle of the court, but Salentano was able to pick it up. The officials looked a little bit like they didn't like what happened, so they'll have that ball thrown in. It looks like
the number 5 of Ryan Mahal looking to put the ball back into play. Passes it to the number 2 of Collins. Collins brings it back into the Memorial side.
Looks like Salentano is swapped out for the 15.
Passes it to Sluzak.
Carl Barth.
Sluzak trying to look to make something happen. Going for the point. Misses.
Very, very lucky for Liberty that they missed there, because that would have put Memorial back in the lead. And you think about every game's a game of momentum, and Memorial would definitely have had more momentum there. Bryce Bailey has that ball. He'll pass it off to the 15 of Barth. Bryce Bailey gets it back, and the officials will, looks like there's a timeout called. So each team discussing what they want to do and how they want to do it.
Memorial is still in the lead by 1 point. Can they hold on to this lead?
Liberty's in the lead by 1 point.
Liberty's in the lead by 1 point. Can they hold on to the lead? Memorial lacking behind.
Now you go to Liberty. I would hope you would have known Liberty's the Lion.
That is definitely my bad. I am sorry about that. Memorial definitely made a big jump from, they had 22. They scored 8 points within
handful 7 minutes. I mean, Memorial was able to rack up some quick numbers, and they have been playing a phenomenal game these last few minutes. Remember, I said we saw that earlier, albeit from Liberty, so Memorial doing much of the same thing.
Memorial's lineup barely changed throughout this game.
Yeah, that's the interesting thing. Memorial has not really been swapping out their players, where if you've watched Liberty, and we've pointed out, that coach has put players in, taken them out, and swapped them around. But it's been working, It has been working for them, and that's the big thing. And Bryce Bailey picks up another 2 points for Liberty, so it'll continue to work.
The number 5 of Ryan Mahala brings it back into the corner for Memorial. Passes it to the number 2 of Collins. Collins has the ball, looking to make something happen here. Passes it to the number 5 of Ryan Mahala. To Sluzak. Sluzak brings it back to Ryan Mahala.
Anyway, so this kind of brings me back to my question. Do you think that's... And Bryce Bailey for Jackson Liberty seems to have the hot hand right now, being able to score quite a few baskets.
Number 42 of Sluzak makes a point for Memorial, bringing them to 32 to 4.
Bryce Bailey's got that ball again, though. Will he make another happen? And looks like the ball went uncontrolled for a moment. So this brings me back to my question from earlier. Do you think it's beneficial for a coach to swap out players frequently, or you think it's better to keep kind of the same lineup throughout the whole game? We've seen the two different strategies, and we've seen both of them work as Memorial rips off a quick
score. Number 10 of Matt Mahala goes for a slam dunk.
Here's your replay of that.
You see Matt Mahala running down the court, goes up,
Dupree
misses.
Dupree tried to block him, and he'll have an attempt.
Matt Mahala gets
at
a free throw chance here.
You listen to the crowd here. I can barely hear myself over the crowd.
Definitely. Matt Mahala misses his first shot, has one more chance to go.
The excitement, the energy here is absolutely electrifying from the crowd. They are, I mean, you can hear them, folks. But he'll get his second one.
Game is now tied 33 to 33.
This could be the tipping point.
Definitely can be.
This game can go one of two ways, and both teams are hoping it goes the way they want it to go. Manny Clay, number 2, has the ball for Jackson Liberty, passes it off to number 3, Bryce Bailey. Bailey goes to Bosco. Bosco goes back to Clay. Clay's got to think about what he wants to do here. Doesn't want to think about it too long, though. That's the big thing.
Number 5, Ryan Mahala, covering up the number 2 for Liberty.
Looks like number 4, Dubem's back in the game. And almost, how about that? Oh, hard onto the ground.
The number 2 of Collins passes it to the number 5 of Ryan.
And that'll
Ryan
go into the crowd. Lucky catch by one of the fans.
This is a hard-hitting game. They're all tied up in the 4th period.
We'll get a replay of that there, and you can see the way they were scuffling for that ball. And hard hit on the ground there for Dubem. That was the second hard hit of the game for him.
Dubem is definitely taking the hits in this game.
Yeah, so, and that's unfortunate too, because that's right after he was brought back in. And they swapped Celentano out for him, I believe.
Yep.
And that raises the question if they'll keep him in after those 2 hits, but I guess we'll see in about 18 seconds.
I think they might, because if you look into the earlier portions of this game, Dubem was making point after point. He was getting them into the baskets like nothing.
Without a doubt, he is a very skilled player. And as they bring him back out onto the court, it looks like, yes, he'll stay in. And it looks like they took out the 15 of Carl Barth. And who'd they bring back in there for him?
The Memorial lineup looks pretty much the same.
I think they brought back in, I want to say they brought back in Salentano.
Petrina passes it to Ryan Manhala. Ryan Manhala passes it to Sluzak. Sluzak looking to make something happen here, passes it back to Ryan Mahala. Ryan Mahala passes it back to Sluzak. Sluzak passes it to the number 12 of Petrina. Petrina passes it to the number 5 of Ryan Mahala. Ryan Mahala trying to defend himself, goes for the shot, passes it to the number 14 of Brooks. Brooks passes it to Sluzak. Sluzak holds on to the ball, tries to make something happen, loses control of the ball.
So just under 8 minutes left in this entire game, 33 to 33. I got a feeling that whoever takes the lead first is going to be the one that winds up winning. That's just kind of my gut feeling.
Definitely.
Now, I'm not saying that's actually what's going to happen, as we see Manny Clay goes right down the court with it. And does it go in? No, it doesn't. But, yeah, I just kind of feel like that's kind of my gut feeling. And it looks like a foul called on Liberty.
The number 12 of Petrina is looking to pass to the number 5, Orion Manhala, for a pushing call on Dubem Ebenuga. Ryan Manhala looking to bring it back into the Memorial part of the court. Ryan Manhala passes it to Brooks. Brooks passes it back to Ryan Manhala. Ryan Manhala looking to make something happen here. Passes it to Sluzak. Sluzak makes the shot and misses.
I tell you what, that was a good shot there, but not quite enough. And it looks like they'll have a attempt at a foul shot, and it looks like he'll have 2 attempts.
The number 5, Orion Manhala, has 2 foul shots. Let's see. This can be the breaking point of the game. It can mean Memorial might be in the lead here.
Listen to that Liberty crowd, though. Look at the lion dance. That.
Ryan Manhala misses a first shot.
We'll have one more, I think. Looks like. Or no, he did only get the 1. But he tries to shoot it in. No, it won't go. Dubem got that. Manny Clay's got it now going down the court. Manny Clay trying to make something happen. Gives it to Bryce Bailey, number 3. Number 3 of Bailey goes it to 24, Celentano. Celentano off to the 5 of Jake Bosco. Liberty playing a bit of a passing game right now as they try and figure out what they want to do with that. I think Manny Clay's got it there. He passes it off to Bryce Bailey. Bryce Bailey, will he go in? No!
There was a pushing call.
You can see tension starting to ride high amongst these players.
Crowd doesn't seem to like what
I'm about to say,
refs call out.
Riding high amongst the fans, too, as they are making some noise.
The number 10 of Matt Manhala gets 1 foul shot. Let's see what happens. Matt Manhala misses the shot.
And we got players down on the ground. Brooks. Jimmy Celentano. With who is that? Brooks, you said?
Yeah, Brooks got the ball, but lost it all at the same time.
So, that being said, what do you think happens next? As we see Dubem's going to pass it in, I think, to Manny Clay.
Both of these teams are in the last about 6 minutes, 6 minutes, 20 seconds on the clock.
About 6.5 minutes of this game, provided no overtime.
Yeah. Both teams are feeling pressure. I think they just want to be the best team out here and make some points.
Bryce Bailey's got to make something happen. Will he pass it off? Yes, he does. He'll pass it to Carl Barth. Oh, and the ball almost goes out, but Manny Clay's got it. Looks like a timeout was called, so teams will get a moment to discuss and potentially make changes if needed. Although I don't see Memorial, I don't think they're going to make any changes. Liberty might. As I've said, I sound like a broken record at this point, but that coach has not been afraid to switch players out, which might be the key to their success.
Maybe. Memorial definitely kept most of their major lineup. The only person they really traded in was Nick Collins, the number 2 player, and the number 14 player of Caden Brooks.
Because if you think about it, if they're switching players out, and you touched on this earlier, they have the opportunity to let their players get water, let them not tire out too much. So it could be very beneficial. And as long as it doesn't disrupt the flow of the team, and it doesn't seem like it is. Because they seem like they're still firing all together.
Memorial definitely came back in the second half, but Liberty has just been pounding all the way through first half, second half. I think Liberty can pull through and win this thing.
Well, we got about 5 minutes, 57 seconds to see what happens. Liberty has had 8 fouls in this half, Memorial with 1, and the game is tied up 33-33. in the middle time left, I'd say.
About that.
Depends on how it all plays out. It could be a lot of time, could be not a lot of time. And like I said earlier, it depends on what side you're on, how much time it feels like. Dubem passes it in to Manny Clay. What a catch there. Jimmy Salentano trying to figure out what he wants to do with that. Salentano's got it, gives it to Bryce Bailey. Now Manny Clay's got the ball, number 2 player on the Liberty side. Back to Bryce Bailey, number 3. Bryce Bailey gives it to Carl Barth, number 15. Manny Clay, number 2. He shoots it in. It goes in. And Jackson Liberty regains their lead with about 5.5 minutes left.
Ryan Manhala looking to make something happen for the Memorial team. Passes it to the number 2 of Collins. Collins passes it back to Ryan. Ryan passes it to the number 12 of Petrina. Petrina passes it back to Ryan. Ryan passes it to the number 14. Ryan has the ball, passes it to Petrina. Petrina passes it to the number 14 of Brooks. Ryan's going, trying to make something happen. Petrina goes, shoots, and makes it.
And
so now this is a tied game again.
As soon as Liberty took the lead, they tie it back up. Memorial does. Here's your replay. And watch the play there from the number 2 player, Collins. Great job, and it goes right in. So I tell you what, I mean, as soon as they had that lead, it goes right back to being a tied game. Jimmy Celentano now with the ball, number 24, trying to figure out what he wants to do. Gives it back to Manny Clay. Oh, contact between the players. Memorial gets the ball back.
Ryan Manhala loses his grip and gives it back to Liberty in Liberty's side.
And the ball be thrown back into play with 4 minutes, 23 seconds remaining by Dubem. And Dubem throws it in, but Memorial recovers the ball, and there's going to be a scuffle for it on the ground. And that looked like that was a 23 of Dupree there. And looks like another timeout. So another chance potentially to swap out some players or just talk about what they want to do here. 4 minutes, 21 seconds to go. Not a lot of time to make something happen, and if one of these teams wants to win it without an overtime, they got to take the lead real quick, and they got to hold on to that lead really quickly.
Definitely. If you want, basketball isn't a sprinting sport. It's more of a relay, but you are down to the wire here. You got to either push and make something happen, or you just got to keep the other team from doing so.
Yeah,
As you can see, we are all tied up.
You look at that score, tie game, not a lot of time left. I mean, could you have predicted a game this exciting?
No. From what I saw from the freshmen and the JV, they were pretty boring games, not going to lie. But this game, crowd is energetic, crowd is roaring, everybody's yelling.
As we get ready to go right back into things in the final 4 minutes and 21 seconds. Looks like things will stay more or less the same on the Liberty side of things.
Ryan Manhala, the number 5 on the Memorial side, looking to put the ball back into play to the number 2 of Collins here. Manhala's got the ball, passes it to Collins. Collins brings it back into the Memorial side of the court, looking to make something happen here in the final 4 minutes. Passes it to Matt Manhala. Matt Manhala passes it to the number 12 of Petrina. Petrina, Ryan. Ryan goes to, there's a lot of passing back between the Liberty side.
Yeah, without a doubt. And you watch these guys, they're doing a great job of things on the Memorial side. Things, will they get another score? No.
The Liberty side gets a free throw for holding.
And it looks like, I think that'll be, they'll get 2 attempts, I think, at that.
Looks like there's no free throw.
Or rather, the ball will be thrown back into play by Liberty. Our bad on that call there. So Manny Clay passed it off to the 15 of Barth. Bryce Bailey's got it. Oh!
The number 10 of Madman Holla brings it back into the Memorial side after taking it from Liberty. Passes it to his brother, Ryan. Ryan passes it back to Matt. Matt shoots and misses.
Man, they are working like a well-oiled machine right now.
The number 12 of Patrina trying to make something happen. Sluzak
he does make something happen.
Liberty with about 3
Memorial
minutes
up
left.
37 to 35. That could potentially be the game-winning score. Carl Barth has it. Now back to Bryce Bailey. Bryce Bailey's got to do something really quick. Yes, he does. It'll tie it back up.
All tied up with about 3 minutes left. 37 to 37. You cannot make it any more excitement in this game.
I tell you what, I was not thinking they would be able to tie that back up, much less tie it up that quickly. So both teams, either one of them's got to do something very quickly.
Misses.
Man, oh man, has this gotten intense, and you can hear the crowd. And I've said that so many times, but really, you can hear them. You can hear how excited they are, how amped up everyone is.
Number 42 looks like Sean Sluzak tries to make a free throw.
And he misses
it.
Unfortunately, he'll miss. That means with two, he'll have one more attempt. But if he misses this one, there will be about 2.5 minutes for Memorial to take the lead, or Liberty to take the lead. And he does miss.
Both free throws, keeping the game tied
up. And that ball will go well down the court, and there'll be a small scuffle for it. Memorial recovered it.
And looks like there's more free throws to come our way.
Yeah, it looks like it'll be another 2 free throws for the number 5.
Number 5 of Ryan Manhala. 2 free throws. Let's see what happens. This can make or break the game here.
Just listen to that crowd.
Definitely a lot of excitement. First free throw is good.
Memorial to take the lead once again.
One more free throw from Ryan Manhala.
That one misses. Jimmy Salentano got it for a moment. Manny Clay all the way down the court. Bryce Bailey tried to do something. So with 2.5 minutes left, Memorial leads quite literally by 1 point.
Yes.
And Jackson Liberty will put the ball back into play, and that'll be Dubem. Number 4 puts it back in, gives it to Salentano. Does it go in? Yes, it does!
He takes the lead with 39 to 38. You cannot get any more excitement here at this game.
Mind you, Liberty leads, but they only lead by 1. Memorial, all they need is to get a 2-pointer. And they do.
Memorial 6 a 3-pointer to bring the score up to 40 to 39.
With 2 minutes to go in this game. Manny Clay has got to make something happen. Well, Liberty in general has to make something happen. But it is a 1-point lead. Memorial may potentially win this game by only 1 point. Jake Bosco shoots. He scores.
Liberty takes the lead yet again. 41 to 40 with about a minute, 45 seconds left in this game. You cannot get any more excitement here.
Whoever wins this game may very well win it by 1 point. It is still up in the air with such a limited time left.
Memorial misses their shot. That might have been their only chance to
got the ball.
Turn it around.
He shoots it off. Manny Clay got it back. What a throw.
Number 12 goes, makes the shot.
Jackson Memorial has the lead now. Should be about, I think, 42 to 41. And we're going to take a look at a replay of that. And I mean, I tell you what, look at the way Manny Clay threw that back in.
And you can just see that number 12 of Bill Petrina.
Looks like one last timeout.
With about a minute and a half left in the game,
now,
we are just 1 point away here.
Barring another foul shot by any of these teams, whoever wins this game, and barring a 3-pointer, whoever wins this game is going to win it by 1 point. I tell you what, that's insane. That is amazing.
What could happen is they can go for a 3, or they can just keep returning it back to their end and win it by even more.
Well, I feel like
Who knows what will happen here.
Best thing to do is to do whatever it takes to score. That's the way I look at that right there. And that's going to be the question. What is it going to take for Liberty to score? Because right now, Memorial's going to win this game if it were to end this very second. But, of course, minute and a half, and we have seen
what happened within a minute.
With about 2 minutes left, these guys have been just scoring and scoring and scoring.
Let's see what will happen. Both teams take the court again after that timeout.
1 minute, 23 seconds left in this game. Looks like Memorial will get
the number 12 of Billy Petrina going for a foul shot. And
it'll
he
miss.
Misses it.
So Jimmy Salentano throws it off to Bryce Bailey, puts it back in play. Bryce Bailey off to Manny Clay. Manny Clay back to Jake Bosco. Jake Bosco back to Bryce Bailey. Bryce Bailey scores.
Liberty takes the lead again, 43 to 42. Liberty with about a minute left in the game.
It'll be down to a minute right there. Final minute of play. All they've got to do is prevent Memorial from scoring, and if they can do that, they'll win. Memorial scores.
Makes another point.
Jackson Liberty has got about half a minute.
44 to 43.
It won't happen.
(43 to 44), as you just saw there. Memorial in the lead.
So the ball will be put back into play by Jake Bosco, number 5, and it'll go out again. 41 seconds left in this game when that clock restarts. Jake Bosco will put it back in again. Throws it off to Manny Clay. Manny Clay now throws it to Bryce Bailey. Jake Bosco's got it. Here. And it looks like with 34 seconds left, it is still any team's game.
The whole gym just went silent.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I noticed that too. Ball will be thrown back into play by Bryce Bailey.
Everybody's heart's pounding. A lot of excitement in the air.
Jake Bosco's got it. Goes to Manny Clays. Doesn't have a lot of time to think about this.
About 26 seconds left in the game.
Losing time there. Bryce Bailey's got it now. Bosco's got the ball, and it goes right out.
We are just a point away, about 18 seconds left, 18.2 seconds left.
I'll tell you what,
game.
whatever side wins this, they deserve it, because they have both played a phenomenal game here. I mean, both teams have been at their top-notch performance all day.
The number 10 of
And it looks like Jackson Memorial will get another attempt
The number
at
10
a
of
foul
Batman
shot.
Hollow for Jackson Memorial gets 2 foul shots after a pushing. Let's see what will happen. He makes the first one.
Well, here's the thing. If Liberty scores a two-pointer, provided he doesn't make the second one, Liberty scores a two-pointer, they tie it up. So the game is not over yet. Still enough time for something to happen. Has to happen quick, and he has to not make this. If he makes it, and he does,
To tie up the game, Liberty will have to make a three-pointer. Timeout.
now Liberty is in a bit of a tight situation. They have to make a three-pointer to tie the game, and I imagine that's what they're going to try to do, because if they tie the game, then they still have a chance. If they don't tie the game and they make a two-pointer, that's it.
Liberty has 10 fouls on them. Memorial only has 2. That is a big switch from the first quarter here.
Five.
My bad. Memorial has 5 fouls on them, which that is a big switch from the first quarter when Liberty only had 1 foul and Memorial had like 7.
Well, I think it might be a change in play style, just a little bit more aggressive playing on Liberty, and that happens. But either way, it has been a great game for both of these teams, and again, both teams giving it their all. It's been so great of a game to watch.
Definitely whoever wins this game, whether it's Memorial or Liberty, they deserve it because both teams have been playing hard.
Yeah,
both teams
without a
have been
doubt.
hammering out points.
Without a doubt, and again, Jackson Liberty, if they get a three-pointer, they tie it up. They'll have 14 seconds to make it happen. If you really want to be technical, 14.8. Ball's back in play. Bryce Bailey. It looked like the ball went down. And another timeout's called.
46-43 here. Memorial in the lead by 3 points. But there's definitely room to tie it up, and there's definitely room to win it because you have just about 9, you have like about 10 seconds, 1 millisecond off, 10 seconds to make something happen here.
But again, they have to get a three-pointer to tie it. That's going to be the hard thing, is getting that three-pointer.
Definitely.
That's the hardest part there. We've seen they can get two-point plays, but we have not seen a lot of three-point plays.
Not really.
I mean, we've seen a few. We have seen a few, but not as many as the two-point plays. And that's going to be the hard thing for Liberty, because that's the position they're in. They need it. As we get ready to watch the conclusion of a very, very exciting basketball game. See how it all plays out.
Definitely.
Looks
Both
like,
teams take the court again.
looks like Jared Durant, player number 1 on the Jackson Liberty side of things, is brought in.
Now this is all about the mind and attitude on how they want to play.
They got to get the three-pointer here. Got to do what they can. Bryce Bailey's their best bet at it, and he does! How about that?
6-46.
Here's your replay. How
Here's your
about
replay at
that?
that three-point shot.
Bryce Bailey with a...
There it is.
I mean,
to tie it up.
flawless.
46-46. You cannot get any more
flawless.
exciting than this. Everybody is out of their seats. Everybody is yelling. Everybody is just excited because this is that exciting of a game.
I mean, you can hear everyone in the stands. If you look in the stands, you can see everyone.
Everybody's standing on the edge of their toes, hearts pounding to see what the outcome of this game is.
I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't think that was going to happen. I did not
Definitely
think
not.
that was possible, but here we are. I did not see that happening, but what a play by Bryce Bailey. He had 2 people covering him too, and he still made it. And
Here
we'll look
is
at it once
another
again.
replay.
I mean, just watch how it all plays out. And you see he has two people covering him, and it goes right in.
That's just amazing. With like 5 seconds left, takes a three-point shot to tie it all up.
It's exactly what he needed, exactly what he wanted to happen.
We are all about 4 minutes left in overtime. 4-minute overtime. Let's see what plays out here. We've seen a push and pull all throughout the second quarter. Let's see what will happen here.
Man, 46-46. I mean, wow. Your Liberty players, looks like you got Bryce Bailey, Jimmy Celentano.
Looks like a
Manny
jump ball
Clay.
coming up here to start off overtime.
Jake Bosco, and then Dupree. I don't think you could have scripted something more exciting than this.
No. Number 5, Ryan Manhala of the Memorial side passes it to the number 10, his brother Matt Manhala. Passes it to number 13, a new player we have on the court. Number 13, the player is Keith Adaman.
Jackson Memorial trying to get a number up on the board.
Matt Manhala looking to turn something out great. Passes it to number 13 of Adam. Number 10, number 5, number 13, Adame looking to make something happen. And number 12 of Petrina. Number 5, Matt, Ryan. Reverse that, Ryan to Matt, Sluzak to number 12. And Memorial misses the three-point shot.
Jackson Liberty now has it. Manny Clay's got the ball. Number 2 player for Liberty.
Let's see what will happen
now
when
Bryce
Memorial has
Bailey's
on
got
their
it back
end
to
of the court.
Jake Bosco. Manny Clay's got it now, number 2. Clay passed it off to, I think that was Celentano. Yes, it was. Manny Clay with the ball. A little bit of a scuffle.
Number 12.
Foul called on was I think pushing on Celentano.
I think that is.
2 minutes, 42 seconds remain.
Number 10, Matt Manhala going for the foul shots here. He has, I believe, 2.
I believe so, and now
Let's see what happens here. And
He
he
makes
makes his
it.
first shot.
he'll have one more.
One more foul shot to Matt Manhala.
We'll see what happens.
Looks like he does good underneath pressure. Second shot,
It's no good,
good.
but that is
Memorial
good.
sinks in a shot to bring the score to 49-46. Memorial
Liberty,
with about 2
Liberty
minutes
needs
and a
another
half minutes
three-point
left.
play. And so, I think that was pushing on Mahala there. So we've seen Liberty kind of come in when they need to. And this might be one of those times. Manny Clay going to try and do what he can. Does he pass it off to someone? Yes, he passed it off to Bosco, number 5. Back to Manny Clay, 2 minutes, 15 seconds left. Goes to Bryce Bailey. Bryce Bailey back to Jake Bosco. Manny Clay has it. He shoots.
And he misses.
And looks like Mahala might have had something called on him. And this will allow Manny Clay with a foul shot. I think he might have 2. I didn't see the number the ref threw up. See, will he get his? It'll be 1, and it
One
didn't
foul
go in,
shot.
unfortunately.
Number 10 of
Dupree,
Matt
hello!
Manhala down on the ground with the number 3 of Liberty.
Dupree on the ground. Here's your replay. And you can see the altercation. And looked like
Liberty coaches definitely not happy with that call.
Yeah, Mahala will get another attempt at some foul shots, and he's been pretty good with
Manhala, their best foul shot shooter in this game, gets more attempts. First shot up, and he misses.
It'll miss. He'll get one more, though.
Matt Manhala in his second foul shot attempt. Let's see what will happen. A lot of pressure on him right now. And he makes the second one to make it 50-46.
So Liberty's got to do some good stuff here in these final 2 minutes. That's a lot of time, though.
2 minutes is a lot of time to make something happen.
Oh! Oh, almost!
Mahala gets the ball, brings it back into the Memorial side of the court. There is a lot of excitement going through the air right now. Back to Adam Adame of the Memorial side, number 13, to Ryan Manhala, number 5, to Sluzak, number 42. Back to number 13, Adame.
Manny Clay trying to cover him.
Backs out and throws it out of bounds.
Minute 23 left. A lot of time for stuff to happen. Liberty's got to get off 2 quick scores. If they go for 3 and 2, they should have the lead after that.
They should.
If they can get that to happen, and we've seen how they've played when it matters. And they've been able to score when they really need to, so it's a definite possibility.
Definitely. They're down about 4 points. To tie it up, they need to get 2 shots inside the half circle.
Yeah, and if they get
take the lead, they need to get 1 shot inside, 1 shot outside.
Yeah, if they get a 3-pointer and then another 2-pointer, that'll put them ahead. Not by much, but it will put them ahead. And that'll be the important thing. Doesn't matter by how much you win, just matters that you win.
Exactly. If you look at the board now, Memorial has 7 fouls on them. Yep. Not far away from Liberty.
Well, it's all a matter of intensity and how hard they're playing. And you can see the intensity's been ramping up. Both teams taking a good amount of time discussing what they want to do and how they want to do it. And they'll be rejoining the court.
Memorial onto the court first, followed closely by Liberty. Let's see what happens, and let's see if Liberty can make something happen here.
Looks
to
like
either
Liberty,
A, tie up the game, or B, take the win.
Looks like Liberty doesn't make any changes, I don't think, this time. They'll keep everyone they had in, and they'll keep with it. So coach seems satisfied with what he had going with him. Can Manny Clay, number 2, make a 3-pointer? Can Bryce Bailey make another 3-pointer? Manny Clay's got the ball. Goes off to Dupree, goes back to Bailey. Bailey's gonna shoot for 2, he won't make it.
Number 42 of Sluzak, Sean Sluzak, passes it to the number 5 of Ryan Manhala.
Memorial's just got to play time management.
Ryan Manhala to a Dame, number 13, to the number 10 of Matt Manhala. There was a foul called.
And that was pushing, I think, on Manny Clay there.
Their best foul shot shooter of the game, Matt Manhala, back up to the line to see if he can make any more points.
He's been doing very well here this afternoon.
First shot up, and he misses it.
He'll get one more attempt, though.
He was definitely mad. I think that got into his head a little bit. Let's see what happens at shot number 2.
Memorial, if they get
Second
this
shot
to work
up
for him, and it goes.
Bringing the score to 51 to 46. Let's see what happens here. Liberty here with one foul shot. Let's see if they can put any more points on the board before we end the game.
Well, if Liberty succeeds with this foul shot, that'll put that back into the territory where they need a three-pointer and a two-pointer.
Exactly.
We'll see how it all plays out. And it's good.
And they make it 47-51 now.
And he'll
Memorial still in the lead. Let's see what happens.
Looks
Second
like he'll
foul
get
shot.
one more. It won't be good, though, unfortunately.
Number 10, Matt Manhala tries to shoot it,
score.
misses twice. There was a foul called on the Liberty side.
Mahala with another attempt with foul shots, and like you've said, he has been great with them so
Matt
far.
Manhala, crowd trying to get into his head. First shot, and he misses it just a little shy. Going for his second shot. Let's see what happens.
See how it all plays out here.
Matt Manhala's second shot, and his second shot,
It'll miss.
He misses, shy again. Liberty gets ball back into their side.
Clay's got to make
going
something
for a
happen.
shot,
And the
they
ball
throw it
went
out
out.
of bounds. This is definitely an exciting game.
Half a minute left, just about 34 seconds. So, that being said, so it looks like now number 5 will get that foul shot attempt.
Matt Manhala's brother, Ryan Manhala, steps up to the line to see what will happen. Let's see what happens. Second shot, and he makes it. First shot, and he makes it. There is 32 seconds left in overtime of this very exciting matchup between Liberty and Memorial. Let's see what will happen.
Whichever team wins it, like I said, they definitely deserve it. Both teams have played at their best this afternoon.
Ryan Manhala, second shot, up, and he misses
it does not make
Liberty
it.
looking to
Bryce
get it back
Bailey
into their side.
passes it off to
it
Jared
back.
Durant. Jared Durant shoots. It does not go in, though. So, 23 seconds left. And it looks like Matt's going to have another attempt.
Matt Manhala steps back up to the line, gets 2 attempts, I believe, at putting some points on the board. Let's see what happens. First shot, and he makes it, bringing the score to 53-47. Liberty Memorial definitely taking off with points here.
Yeah, Memorial's been doing everything they need to be doing, and they've been doing it right here.
Second shot, he makes it 54-47. Liberty brings it back into their...
Bryce Bailey trying to make something good happen. They do score.
2 points onto the board.
So it'll be 49-54. Not a lot of time here for Liberty to have something happen, but he will get an attempt at a foul shot. That'll be Bryce Bailey. So Bryce Bailey looking to make something happen. If he can get this in, they'll only need two scores to tie it, or a three-pointer and a two-pointer to take the lead.
Bailey's first shot. Bailey's first shot is in, bringing the score to 50-54. Let's see what happens.
So if Liberty scores a three-pointer and then a two-pointer, they'll be ahead.
Let's see what happens here in the final 15 seconds of this very exciting basketball matchup.
I think the 14 is going to have an attempt at a foul shot. So
number 14, Caden Brooks, steps up to the line.
This is all dependent on how he does with his foul shots, too. He'll have 2 attempts.
2 attempts to make something happen. Caden Brooks, let's see what happens. His first shot, he misses.
One more attempt if he makes it. If he makes it, this could make things very not good for Jackson Liberty.
Caden Brooks' second shot up, and he
does make it.
55-50 now is the finals.
Bryce Bailey trying to do something here as the time runs down. Manny Clay's got it. Manny Clay shoots, it does not go in. Bailey goes down, but he gets it. Manny Clay shoots it in.
55-50, Memorial takes the win, but it is a very long, deserved win.
Your final score will be 55 Jackson Memorial to 52 Jackson Liberty. I tell you what, Memorial, both teams played amazingly. Memorial definitely deserving the win with how they played. Jackson Liberty was amazing too as well.
Definitely.
And look at that score. That's not a big gap.
No. Both teams definitely put up a long, hard fight, and the Memorial definitely deserves to win with how hard they fought. Liberty fought hard. There was a big turnaround in overtime, though.
Yeah, Memorial just a little bit better in overtime. Right when they needed to, they came in and they did everything exactly right. What a game. And we see you all in our next game of the week. Hope everyone enjoyed, and we'll see you all next time.